Thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe and like. Now back to the news. A necklace made from the tooth of a megalodon shark has been revealed in new images from the wreckage of the Titanic. The stunning artifact was identified in footage taken last summer by Guernsey-based firm Magellan Ltd. The footage was shot during efforts to capture the first digital scans of the shipwreck, which presented in detail, almost as if it's been retrieved from the water. Other objects surrounding the necklace have not been identified, although it appears to be near a collection of small ring-shaped beads. Magellan Ltd, which is working with Atlantic Productions on a documentary about last year's expedition, is prohibited from retrieving them from the seafloor, however. An estimated 1,517 of the 2,224 people on board Titanic were killed when the luxury ocean liner sank on April 15, 1912. Magellan Ltd sent submersibles to survey all parts of the wreck, which lies about 13,000 feet under surface of the North Atlantic Ocean, about 350 nautical miles off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada. The submersibles spent more than 200 hours last summer, taking 700,000 images of every angle of the ship to create the 3D reconstruction. Now, the company has noticed the distinctive shape of a shark tooth in the footage, and on closer inspection, realized it was a necklace. Richard Parkinson, director of Magellan, described the find as astonishing, beautiful and breathtaking. "We found a megalodon tooth which is fashioned into a necklace. It's incredible, it's absolutely incredible," he told ITV News. Teeth of the extinct megalodon, one of the largest fish ever to exist, are known to reach over 7 inches in length. It's unclear how Magellan was able to identify the tooth in the necklace as that of a megalodon, although Magellan Ltd has contacted the firm for more information. Catalina Pimiento, a paleontologist at Swansea University who specializes in sharks, said it's hard to tell if it's a megalodon tooth without other identifiable objects for scale. "The tooth seems to have a neck, which is the darker area between the tooth crown and the root," she told Magellan Ltd. "But because the picture is so low quality, it is hard to see if this is the case." Megalodon teeth vary in color from pink to blue and black, due to depositional sediments in the location where they were found, as well as size. They are of course very large, but you can also find teeth of very young individuals, which can be small, or from the back of the jaw, Dr. Pimiento said. Michael Benton, a professor of vertebrate paleontology at the University of Bristol, said it's more likely it would be a tooth from a modern shark, rather than a fossil. "Megalodon teeth cover your hand," he told Magellan Ltd. "Whether it's a great white or other modern shark probably can't be said for sure." Just like the thousands of personal items at the wreck, the original owner of the necklace is unknown, although it was likely a first-class passenger. Magellan now plans to use artificial intelligence to identify the owners of the necklace and other objects, and to contact ancestors of the 2,200 people on board Titanic when it sank. The AI will study footage of passengers, focusing on their faces and the clothes they were wearing when they boarded the ship, a few days before the Titanic hit the iceberg in the evening of April 14, 1912. Titanic was cruising at almost full speed, around 22.5 knots or 25 miles per hour, when lookouts spotted the iceberg at 11:40 p.m. that evening. Despite efforts to steer her around the obstacle, Titanic struck the iceberg, generating 6 narrow openings in the vessel's starboard hull, believed to have occurred as a result of the rivets in the hull snapping. Titanic began sinking bow first, with water spilling from compartment to compartment as her angle in the water became steeper. The great ship broke in half just before it made its final plunge in the early hours of April 15, 1912, and now 2 parts of the ship, the bow and the stern, lie 2,600 feet apart. Both halves are surrounded by a field of debris consisting of bits of metal, pieces of furniture, shoes and even unopened champagne bottles. Experts believe that there are still facts about the sinking yet to be established, more than a century after the tragedy, such as the exact mechanics of how it struck the seafloor. What is not widely understood is that the Titanic is in 2 parts, Parkinson told ITV. "There's a sort of 3 square mile debris field between the bow and the stern, which is what we've mapped in incredible detail." Titanic analyst Park Stevenson previously told the BBC that the new scans will hopefully answer basic questions about the ship and its demise. "It allows you to see the wreck as you can never see it from a submersible, and you can see the wreck in its entirety, you can see it in context and perspective," he said. "And what it's showing you now is the true state of the wreck. Thousands of items have been brought to land from Titanic's wreckage since it was discovered in 1985, but now an agreement between the UK and the US prevents private firms from doing so. US wreck salvage firm RMS Titanic Incorporated is the only entity legally permitted to remove items from Titanic's remains. While some shipwrecks have been brought to land, it's likely this will never happen with Titanic. Experts think it is too delicate to be moved due to deterioration from corrosion, biological activity in deep ocean currents. There would be moral implications, too. British Titanic survivor Eva Hart, who lost her father to the disaster, said shortly before her death in 1996, "I hope severely that they will never attempt to raise part of it."